Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, homies? How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Yo, I'll be real with you. I was watching you guys a second ago, and I'm like, bro, you guys just brought up a major thing that I've never noticed before.
So,
Because you were searching for co-op with AI, right?
yeah.
So I've never even sat there and thought about it, but what if there aren't enough people searching for co-op? Does the match not start?
Don't know.
Because the way that solo versus AI is designed, even 4 homies in the team with you, the moment you click solo means that it fills the empty spots in your team with robots.
Yep. Yep.
So, bro, let's get some games in. You down?
Yeah, invite me.
Bet. You already sent me the request by any chance?
Yeah, I did. You and Soltas.
Cool.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Cool.
Nice to see you again, Mintu.
Equally, fam. Let me ask you guys. So I'm actually very curious, just basically based off of what Couldn't was actually going through. How did you guys find those first initial AI matches?
I have never done a non-solo AI match.
Boss, you're not new here.
Interesting. What have you? Like, what do you do then?
I just do solo AI.
Okay.
Part of it was that I was playing with Mangoose or maybe a couple people already. And I felt, be easier to just play the game at our pace, essentially, as they walked me through it, without having other human players in the equation.
Okay, I get that. Without having to feel the pressure of other people, you just kind of prefer to do it at your own pace. See, I could relate with what Couldn't is doing, because I remember back in Paragon, those first couple matches, I straight did that shit with co-op. I was like, bro, I'm not playing this shit by my fucking self.
For real.
I'm at least gonna have other people in here, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But yo, I'm telling you, the moment I'm watching your stream and I'm like, bro, does that shit say like a 67-minute queue or some shit?
I was
like,
minutes,
what? Oh, I might have read it wrong. But I was like, bro, what? I was like, oh, hell no, I'll play with you, bro. We're not letting that happen. Soltas and me, no. Could you guys add me real quick? It's just windy.
Well, Mino can't play. The game won't play on his laptop.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just co-hosting.
Because of requirements?
Probably.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. So worth mentioning, like it sucks that you can't play. I'm so sorry, homie. But worth mentioning, if you ever look into like one of those streaming services, like the Google streaming service and stuff like that, or like what is it, the NVIDIA broadcast, I think it's called, or something like that, where you just pay, I think it's like $3 to $5 a month, and you can play any game with like a super small delay, even from like a 10-year-old PC. You're able to play like the newest of games, 60 FPS. Definitely worth looking into. Damn, me no. That sucks. I'm sorry, homie.
Tokami PP says they want to play.
Yeah, just send a friend request.
I did.
For his name, literally in Spanish, says "touch my wiener."
Oh, I had a feeling.
He said it was too sus. It was too sus. I read it out loud, and it was like, rough. Like, bro, it wasn't until like a partner panel 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I said his name out loud, and I was like, fuck. I just realized what I said. God damn it. Okay. All right. I get it. He's like, yeah, you get it. I was
Isn't tocar more like to play an instrument, though?
It's both kind of.
So toca not only can mean play, but it can mean touch.
Or take.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways. It just depends on the context that you're putting it in.
Yeah.
But when you put me, it literally turns into touch my.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I think universally we all know what PP means.
Yeah.
So, all right. So it's the four of us. We're chilling.
I guess.
This man said, maybe. I got you, bro. Say less. Bro, I'm honestly glad that you got a chance to try the game, bro. Because I remember the last time we talked, you were wanting to get into the game, studying about it because you hadn't gotten that opportunity yet. You were just waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. First time.
All right, you guys pick whatever you want. I'm literally last.
Oh.
Do as your heart
I
content.
don't even know.
Looks like Mean just said he couldn't hear what you were telling him into.
Oh,
About the
my bad, bro.
service.
I totally relate to what you just wrote. No, I was saying that I'm sorry that your laptop can't run the game, but to make it a little bit easier for you, I would highly recommend that NVIDIA broadcasting game service because it actually can let you play any game ever, even on a lower spec PC. And it's basically like streaming, similar to how Xbox has their streaming games and stuff like that. So I would definitely look into it, like Google Stadia and stuff like that. And you can even play games like Fault or higher, even without having the gear necessary for it.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll let Wanted help me with that later.
Yeah, I'm the person he goes to. What am I? I don't remember what I am. Let's go
You
with this.
are your solo lane.
Sure.
Greystone's a good character to start on.
Sure. So I have zero knowledge of anything. So good luck.
Hey man, you got an encyclopedia in the chat with you. Ask questions. What do you want? Like, what do you want to know? Builds wise or starting item wise? Any question that pops your way, feel free to ask me. I got your back, bro. No shame.
Oh, no, I can't be shamed. I've tried.
Hey man, you'd be surprised, bro. Like, because I totally get it. Like, there's often times where people just don't want to. They come across like they don't want to bother you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that happens to all of us. And it's like, bro, I'll be real with you. You could bother me anytime you want. Like literally, I shit you not. If you send me a direct message on Discord, no matter what time it is, I promise you, as soon as I get that message, as soon as I read it, I will reply to you. Even if it's a simple question about an item, no matter what it may be, I got your back. Say less.
So should I be going more like the middle aspects?
So great question. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So typically the aspects are aligned as for what they're designed for. Red aspects are typically physical damage. Green aspects are typically tanky wise. White aspects are typically support. Purple aspects are typically about the ultimate opportunist seizing the right moment and simultaneously they're very good for building power. I'll explain that in just a second. And then blue aspects are typically for mages. Now, if you see at the top of the aspects list, every time that you choose an aspect throughout the game, you're going to get these points. They're called favor points. You can invest those points into the colors that you chose at the beginning in order to get a reward. Now, the icon that you see above the red, you're going to get 2.1 attack speed every time that you place a point into red. Every time you place a point into green, you're going to get 15 health points. Place a point into white, you're going to get 2 points of cooldown. Place a point into purple, you're going to get 1.5 physical power added. Place a point into blue, you're going to get 2.5 energy damage. So it's also very mindful. For example, you're a Greystone, you're tanky, and you do physical damage. With that in mind, what you might want to gravitate toward purple, green, and red just because of the type of character you are, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, one of the best picks on Greystone would be Titan. That would be the top one of the green. Basically, the main effect of it, you do get both of those effects, but the main effect of Titan is that whenever you're in a fight, when you get hit, you start regenerating health just because you got hit.
Interesting.
Now, the great thing about Greystone is his passive is the exact same thing, but it's on the offensive side. So the more you're smacking, the more you heal. But now with Titan, the more you get smacked, the more you heal as well. So now you got double heals as long as you're smacking in the middle of a fight. Exactly. And then what a lot of solo laners pick is a top one in purple, which is going to be Rogue. You deal more damage to somebody the tankier they are. And solo lane is always where the tanks go. Not always. Let me rephrase that. Mostly, right?
Not to say you have the off meta carry in
Correct.
solo.
So you'll end up with at least a solo laner that can survive in a fight. Like I'll fucking box you all day, while simultaneously you're able to melt tanky units as well as squishy units.
Okay.
That's typically the two that a Greystone specifically goes for. You know, you typically want to max your Q. Your Q is a sword that spin around you. That's one, your best source of damage, your best source of wave clear, and quite frankly, your most annoying ability that you can apply.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you
Yeah,
you
my
didn't
bad.
buy
I
any
said a lot.
items.
Who, me? Oh,
So
no.
you didn't buy any items, correct? So I would recommend go back into the store and buy the beginning solo laner item, which is going to be called Titan's Armor. You can just hit the B button and you'll teleport back immediately, by the way.
Yeah.
So one of the great things about Titan's Armor, you remember that passive that you heal when you get hit from Titan? And the passive that you heal when you smack people from Greystone?
Yep.
Titan's Armor specifically, and I quote, says, gained 4th health regen after you start taking damage. So now you got triple the health regen on a Greystone, bro.
That's crazy.
And you see what I mean? And that's what you see a lot of newer players. Like, it's just little things like that they don't know. They could easily be taken advantage of and literally be like, bro, like, you could be a Greystone that tanks 30,000 shots, bro. Like, but it's just the lack of knowledge and just getting used to it.
Yeah.
But I got you. Any questions you got?
If I ever play this game, I know who I'm picking now.
Well, I do have a question about all this now that you're done, if that's okay.
Of course. Feel free to interrupt me anytime, Finn.
Yeah, when does
The game's recommended aspect and item system.
Yes.
Is that not good for new players to just kind of follow along with while they get used to the more manual aspects of the game?
So 100%, the only flaw in there is that even like for example, you can stare at the aspect screen for 5 minutes. The recommended aspects aren't necessarily that easy to spot for a lot of people. That would be my first feedback for Strange Matter Studios. And then besides that, the build items, yes, 100%. Like, for example, if I go to my recommended, I can literally build my recommended items and have a great, amazing game. The recommended items are a great basis to start building. At least have a core understanding of what items do and get used to the mechanics of the game. And then once you start getting more used to the game, then you can kind of start switching it up, like replace an item and put this one instead and see what it does. You know what I mean?
So, I guess as core feedback for SMS, do you think it would be easy for them to essentially implement a system that perhaps just data mines like, hey, this is what most of the people who pick this character are playing? It could even just show like a percentage. 70% of Greystone players pick this aspect, that kind of thing.
So that's actually a great part of what their recommended aspects are even based off, to be honest with you. But I will say, for those of you that don't know, there is a third-party website called faultmetrics.com. They have all of those statistics. They will give you the top 3 recommended builds for a character based off of the frequency of the item picked on that specific character. Like the amount of third-party support for this this gaming community is actually super cool. Oh, you're awesome. You didn't have to do that, bro. I'm literally on autopilot just talking and you come in gank. You're the shit.
I'm on my way to see if I can gank Won't, but the Greystone never showed up.
Oh, I have no
I
idea what I'm
appreciate you,
doing.
bro.
All right, support coming into gank. Fight with me. Fight with me. Gonna slow him. He's all yours.
I got
Okay,
it.
just kidding.
Oh, I just realized you're the
Get
support.
out of here.
Yeah,
Where's your carry?
he's being Murdoch way over on the other side of the map.
What the hell? He said, "I'm just gonna go do my own thing."
All right.
So I will say, guys. I was just gonna say really quick, if you guys ever need people to play with, you guys are more than welcome to use this Discord that you're in right now. There's a couple thousand people in here. You can always just join a voice chat. If you look at the voice chat that we're in right now, you see how it says Windows channel?
Yeah.
So directly above, you're gonna see a voice chat with a red microphone that says join to create voice chat. The moment you join that, it will create a brand new voice chat and name it your name, just to make it nice and convenient.
Cool.
You guys are more than welcome to join, create a voice chat, have people join in. Just, start. It's like, you don't have to play this game alone. Like, when I saw that Couldn't was about to get off because he's like, "Hey man, there's nobody to play. There's nobody to play AI with." I'm like, bro, say less. I'd rather spend dozens of hours with homies playing AI matches, making sure that they're having a blast and understanding the game, as opposed to me sitting here and be like, "Hey man, why aren't there more players playing this game?"
Hey, can you
know what I
can you
mean?
come back here, Won't?
Yeah.
Just gonna point out the green buff real fast.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
So each lane has one of these totems near it.
Mhm.
This guy is always by the off lane, the solo lane where you are, and if you kill it, you'll get a minute of bonus health and mana regen. I already set it up for you, so it'll only take a couple hits.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You are awesome for that. Now imagine you already have health regen from your item, health regen from your aspect, health regen from your Greystone passive, and now health regen from the green shrine buff. Bro. Go smack a couple things. To give you a reference, I'm at 1.63 regen right now.
If you hit I, you'll be able to see your stats on the right side of the shop, by the way.
Okay.
Well
there-
done.
Is there like a auto buy system?
There is not.
Unfortunately, not.
currently.
You just have to manually buy, but there is a recommended item system that you can easily follow.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
funny because I remember you guys talking about this last week on the stream.
Yeah.
Nice. Love to hear it. Windu, couple things. Panel is being uploaded now to the drive. So I will send you a text tomorrow morning reminding you that editing needs to be done, because I know you also have practice that needs to be done. Next time you're back, make sure you buy a health pot. There is a small health potion that you should have bought in the very beginning. I understand you're learning, but there's a small one. It looks like a little syringe with a green goo in it.
Yeah.
And then there is a larger health pot that gives you 2 actual pots that you can use. So now that you have that much gold, it's 150 gold. Make sure you buy that health pot. That'll help you stay in lane longer.
Even more regen.
So,
Gotcha.
yep. So
Trying to take my reps without the
And the
jungler.
big health pot refills every time that you
don't get that's the small one.
base.
Undo that. Undo both of those. Those are the small ones.
Oh,
Those
I
are
was
only
trying to
50
stack it.
gold.
Oh well.
All right, and now go to all items
Ooh.
up top. Right there, that green.
This one?
Yep, looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ooze bottle. Yep,
Yeah.
that thing.
I know you did not just say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ooze bottle.
Tell me it doesn't look like it.
This man said this is what made the turtles, bro. What do you mean?
That health pot's the one that auto refills whenever you back, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now, yes, yeah. There you go. Yeah, and like Salta said, when you back, you got 2
And they are
pots.
active.
Yeah.
So those are 2 pots. You can use those out there. They're actives, right? Once you use those, once you back, you're gonna get 2 pots refilled. 2 pots. 2 years of storm refill. Nope. Yep. So,
Yeah.
and same thing. I know Windu said you can use this Discord. Obviously, yep. But if you ever see Windu or myself on, we're always here to ask questions. So we'll do the best we can to help answer anything you got to do.
I appreciate
right.
it. Yes, sir.
Bearded also has
Yep.
a very good Discord as well that you can always join and play also.
So, on that note, though, I'm gonna go to bed because I got a Lions game I want to watch tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some
Good
sleep.
night,
Have a good one,
Bearded.
guys.
GG's.
Take it
Much
easy,
love,
Bearded.
homie. Imagine being a Michigan's fan. I'm kidding, bro. I know he's still listening. Hey guys, like now being in the match, couldn't. What do you think?
This is my
First
first
impressions.
MOBA that I'm actually getting into.
Okay.
I also liked it for some reason watching you play. It looked like Anthem. Remember that game?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you were playing the
Talking
guy
about
with
like
the
the
guns.
whole third
Yeah.
person perspective and everything. I got you.
Big ol' fight by offlane.
Yeah, crazy fight going on here.
Here, if you follow us, we can do one more thing since we cleared this side of the map. We have a huge amount of priority, which means we can try to take this guy,
Ooh.
which
But
is
you
one
are
of the
awesome,
two big buffs.
Correct. There are 2 major buffs on the map. One of them is purple. One of them is highlighted as like a light tan. The one you're at is prime. Before 20 minutes, you have the small prime, and after 20 minutes, you have the big prime.
Gotcha.
Small prime, once you defeat it, it basically gives you a free damage to a tower. Like you could walk up to a tower, hit it once, and you're gonna do 20% damage right off the rip without even doing anything else.
An enemy has been slain.
Interesting.
You'll
Yep,
also
and
notice
then-
you've got favors stacking up in
Yeah,
the bottom
just-
right-ish
just
of your screen. Yeah,
used
there
it.
you go.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a favor score is right next to your goal. If you ever have a favor point, you can hit Control 1 or Control 2
Yeah.
to spend it, as well as opening your shop, and on the top right, you can spend it as well.
Gotcha.
Depending on what you spend the points into, as I was mentioning earlier, depends on the buffs that you get. So there is a lot of complexity to the game.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I'm curious. You said this is like your first MOBA. What do you usually play?
I mean, I played MOBAs before, but it's not
Great
nothing
question.
serious. I played Mobile Legends.
Okay.
Pokemon Unite. I know it doesn't really count. But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, that
Bro,
counts.
what do you mean? I'll mess people up in Pokemon Unite.
I
Dude,
was
I've
about
been
to
wanting to
say,
try
mean,
hold
that game
on,
for a
bro?
that's
while.
pretty competitive, my guy.
I think
That's-
our problem was we didn't have any good
Don't even
teammates to play
give me
with.
Pikachu.
Nah,
Looks
Gengar
like
main
we may
all
have to start
day.
playing again.
What? Get me out.
Gengar main all day, man. Give me that jungle.
Bro, and I will say, so here's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. There are different MOBAs. There's MOBA-inspired games. Like a great example would be Overwatch. It's got MOBA mechanics into it, even though it's not a true MOBA. And then there's games like Pokemon Unite or like Overprime that are MOBAs. They're just adapted. They're not the typical MOBA that you see. For example, Pokemon Unite, you have one tower and the inhib. I mean, one tower and the core. That's it.
Yeah.
Traditional MOBAs, like you see in Fall, have 2 towers and then the core.
But Pokemon Unite has 2 towers.
No, Pokemon Unite has 1 tower and then the core behind it that you destroy.
I thought Pokemon Unite had points you dunk.
It is 2. This is
And there is a dunk in Pokemon Unite 2 as well. And that's how you kill the towers, with points. Like again, it's just an adaptation of the MOBA genre, but still MOBA inspired nonetheless. No. Oh, what is this guy doing?
An enemy has been slain.
She was trying to save Gideon.
She did not succeed.
Sephiroth getting those shoulders. Okay, I see you, Kyle.
Hey, That's the whole reason I'm practicing 7 jungle. I
Bro, them
need to get
shoulders
better
are
on my
getting
stacks.
spiky. I see
Yeah.
you, bro.
I have a question about timing. Is there times I have to
Yes.
look forward to like rotate somewhere or go somewhere to get something?
Yes. If you hit tab, your scoreboard will pop up on the screen at the very, very top of your scoreboard. You're going to be able to see the raptor.
Just
If you
spawned.
see the icon, that means they spawn. If you
Gotcha.
see a timer, that means that's how long until they spawn.
You can
So
also
you can
click
time your
on them
rotations from there.
so you can ping them for the rest of your team. Like if someone on your team asks and they're not
Mhm.
able to tab at that moment,
Yeah.
you can click on them and
Yep.
it'll mark
Enemy tower
And you
what
see it on the chat,
Oh,
like
that's good to know.
Prime
That's good to know.
Helix, Prime Helix spawning in 2 point. Very good point.
I'm getting wrecked.
ally has
I'm
been
under
So
level
Proto
though.
says this looks like Smite. You could call this an evolved version of Smite. The biggest difference being Smite does not have a Z-axis, meaning in Smite you can't actually have true verticality. You're always stuck to the plane, where in Paragon you can aim up and down. You can,
Gotcha.
you can jump up, etc.
Yeah.
Like a big difference here is where are you at right now? Actually, let me see where you're at on that.
Greystone. He's Greystone. He can jump over the walls.
I could jump over the walls,
There he is.
bro.
Yeah, so come to where I'm at right now. Find me.
I'm coming.
Don't worry about your lane. I'll go handle the enemy Greystone. You just you practice. You have fun. Play around with the character. Learn him. He's a
I'm
very
gonna show
very
you some
fun
spicy shit, bro. Come to me.
Almost there, I think.
He said, I'm on my way. All right, bet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
throughout the map, you're going to see these 3 lines. That
enemy
3
has
lines
been
means
slain.
that is a wall that you can actually leap over. So do your right click and jump over that.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, I see it, I think.
Yeah, right
I
click.
did not know those lines
Your
were there
ability.
either.
There you go.
See what I mean?
Oh,
Boom.
gotcha.
I don't have that mobility. That's something you can take advantage of. Another cool one you can take advantage of. Come over here to the mid lane.
Yep.
Other cool verticality. Look up there. In Smite, you can't. There is no verticality up there. You can't shoot up there. What the fuck? Yo, what is he trying to do to you? What the hell? Oh, I'm dying of minions. Hold on. All right, so when you get a chance, here's what I want you to do.
Yep.
If you have your leap, I want you to jump up, and while you're midair, leap up there.
And then you'll manage to get up there. But you have to jump first. There
Yeah, you see that?
Jeez.
Look at how high up there you got, bro.
But then I'm
Now,
useless
like,
up here though.
you go. Greystone is one of those characters
Whoa,
that
but it's one of those things you could escape up there. You get what I'm saying?
that's a good escape.
Gotcha.
Like for
Or
example,
imagine I'm
yeah, go ahead.
here fighting in the lane,
Yeah,
and I don't know that you're behind me. You could drop down from up there and kill me.
gotcha. That's cool.
Like verticality is one of the things that definitely separates this game from a game like Smite. For sure.
From Smite. Mhm.
That's why I'm playing this instead of Smite. Hate games without verticality.
Interesting.
If you heard that roaring, that was Prime spawning because we're
Optimus
20
Prime?
minutes in. Yep, Optimus
close.
Prime.
His cousin, I call him Harambe Prime.
Bro.
Remember, Optimus has a beast mode as well.
Damn, you're Transformers fan? Okay.
Yeah, come on, no,
Bro, what you know about Hot Shot? Throwback.
nothing. But I just know I know certain things.
Hot Shot.
I appreciate
Hot
it.
Shot. Hold on. I remember Hot Shot. I remember
You
Hot
remember
Shot.
Hot Shot?
He's the original Bumblebee before Bumblebee was
Yes,
a thing.
bro. Yes, bro. Well, hold on.
Nah,
Technically,
this is not
him and
level
Bumblebee
one. This is just
did like
good
they were
game.
technically different characters. Like they gave them their own story
Yeah,
arcs and
but
everything.
like
But
Bumblebee
you're not
got
wrong.
his, like he took his
He was
place, his
the
role.
right hand man. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So look, after 20 minutes,
yeah.
this is Ore Prime. He's much bigger than the original one you went against beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a lot stronger, a lot tankier. He's got 13,000 health points.
He also does a lot more
You can look at
damage.
that compared to your health points.
Yeah.
Now, after 20 minutes, he does turn into a team objective. Like, you get me? We got to have a good amount of damage, good amount of tank.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you grab him, the amount of buff that your team gets, extra damage, health regen, you can back in 3 seconds. Like, it's actually crazy.
Ooh.
Like, grabbing him late game
Yeah.
will make the difference. Like, he's a game-winning mechanic for sure.
Okay. That's over here. Okay.
Now, let me see. So, let me show you real quick. So, in the jungle, oh, I see what you did there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So in the jungle, you're also going to have neutral camps, which are the white camps, of course. That just means that's XP to farm. But you will have these colored camps. Like, there's a red buff and there's a blue buff in every single jungle as well. Now, as you see on the mini map, they have their own red buff and their own blue buff on their side of the jungle also.
Yeah, yeah.
The red buff, once you kill it, basically it applies what is it? I think it applies damage over time. I think is what it is. Like here.
Red buff, yeah, it's like a burn, almost like Eld Flame.
All right. It applies a speed, slow, and extra true damage on your basic attacks. There you go. So you see what I mean? Now, every time I hit somebody with a basic attack, they slow down. And now also, every time I hit them with a basic attack, I also hit them with a little bit of true damage. So it ignores their armor.
That's
very, very big. So it's kind of like, hey, if you grab red buff, and typically this belongs to your jungler, well, let's say you do grab it, who do you use it on? You know what I mean?
A tank, more likely.
Now come over here, then you're going to have the blue buff. Blue buff is going to give you mana regen and cooldown. Very, very good for mages. Very, very good for people that are trying to cast abilities constantly. And you'll see, like here, get the kill on this one. You'll see at the very, very end, when you get the kill, it'll give you a brief description of that buff on the middle of your screen. And it'll tell you, hey, you just got this buff.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you saw the green shrine. The green shrine gives you extra regen, health regen, and mana regen. Let me introduce you to the other shrines. Now, the mid lane has on both sides what's called the blue shrine. Or technically, it's like a teal shrine, but I just call it the blue shrine.
Gotcha.
This will give you extra bonus experience gain while you hold the shrine. So if you kill somebody while you're holding the shrine, you gain extra experience. So as long as you hold these blue shrines, you level up faster, basically.
Gotcha.
Right? You can go ahead and grab it so you can see what it looks like.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay.
Gold shrine. They each have their own name. Like, I believe Gold Shrine, the official name is Primata's Blessing, I believe.
Yeah,
But Gold Shrine gives you Life Seal.
And
So
attack
it's one of those
speed, right?
things. It gives you Life Seal and attack speed, correct. So this is very good on a carry, maybe a jungler. Like, if you're Greystone jungle, like attack speed and Life Steal would be decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you hold the buff. Now, this bad boy right here is the Raptor. Now, the Raptor is a team objective that, and you see him chucking me.
Yeah.
The Raptor is a team objective that basically, once you kill him, the first 4
Enemy
Raptor
tower
buffs
destroyed.
give you a permanent buff. It can be everything from like 3% movement speed, etc. Right? Just permanent buffs that are there the whole game. And there you go. See, like the whole team will show up to help it.
Gotcha.
Now you'll see right here, bam, we got the first buff.
You
Now-
should also have gotten an aspect point so you can spend.
Yes,
Yes,
you
sir.
got a favor point
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
bottom right. Make sure that you do spend that. Again, depending on what color you put it into, that depends on what buff you actually do get.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Now-
You get favor from like CS and kills and stuff, but also primarily Raptor and Prime, right?
Correct. So basically,
also taking
here's an
powers.
overall rundown of it, right? Every 25 minion kills, you're gonna get a point to invest. Every 7 kills or assists combined, you're gonna get a point.
Good.
Every normal Raptor is gonna give you 1 point. Prime is gonna give you, if I'm not mistaken, 2 points. The purple buff on the map. Eventually, at 30 minutes, the Raptor will turn into the Alpha Raptor. It turns into this black and red, like menacing looking Raptor. Much harder to kill, but it gives you a way. It not only gives you a team buff, but when you kill it, you get 4 points to invest. So there's a lot of late game mechanics also that you have to be very mindful of and be like, hey, So it's 30. Like right now, we got
4 minutes.
3.5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Like around 3.5 minutes, yeah, we want to be the team that gets that big raptor for sure. Because if they get it, there's a good chance they're gonna fucking wipe us if they get that shit.
Gotcha.
Like we'll probably lose a team fight if they have that buff.
I'm trying to work on getting these damn stacks faster. I'm not fast enough.
Oh, I want to see this. I want to see this. Let's go into the jungle. Go to your camp.
I'm
I
already
feel
at
so bad for
361.
this jungle chimera.
Oh, you're already max. Anyway, come on.
Yeah.
Let's see this jungle clear. I want to see this. How would you clear that camp?
How would I clear it? I always start off with this, and I just kind of wait.
Okay.
That's how I clear.
I mean, fair enough. That's all you can do. But I'll tell you this. One thing that I see a lot of junglers do, especially on the newer side, is they don't smite as frequently as possible. Because a
Only
good
do that at the
jungler,
beginning. The beginning, that's what gets me ahead on my stacks. Like, I'll always smite like the first one, and then when it's weak, I'll just stack it, and then I'll work on the other two.
so
Because
I'll
by
be
the
real,
time I'm
even
working
late
on
game,
the other two.
do that shit. Just always hold on to one smite in case of objectives. But like, even if you kill a minion faster, it'll just lead to the point where you can scale harder because of items level, etc. Right? The moment you stop smiting effectively, you're effectively setting yourself behind compared to the other jungler.
No, I always wait for like
Now,
I love fights in the river or around anything I can fucking smite, especially like in my own jungle or in their jungle. I love taking fights in there because I don't know if people forget that junglers have a smite, but people don't smite things to stay alive and stay in the fight. I'm like, bro, just turn around, hit that minion, smite it. You got a chunk of health back, keep fighting.
Now I've got a
for
question.
those of you that are wondering, smite is basically a targetable damage that you can apply towards a non-player, whether it be a minion, whether it be an objective, etc.
Yeah,
And you'll get health back and you'll deal damage to it. For
like
example,
this.
do me a favor, smite this gold buff, just so they can see. Boom. He got health back and did damage simultaneously.
Yeah, so when I'm fighting in jungle or in river camps, or I see I'm anywhere near anything I can smite to keep myself in the fight, I'll just turn around for 2 seconds, smite it, keep fighting.
And I'll tell you what, I personally, the fastest I've ever gotten 300 stacks, which is max stacks, is like 26 minutes. I've seen people do it at like ridiculous speed, like 16 minutes and stuff.
That's exactly what I
Now-
just did it in. I mean, it's a bot game, so I probably should have done it faster because I wasn't really being deterred by an enemy jungler, but still.
Did you know that what you stack affects your amount of stacks you get?
Yes, river camps, I believe, is like 3. Raptors, what in the Raptors 5, and regular minions in the jungle are 2. It's a weird number system that I don't have entirely down, but I know that there's different levels of stacks that you can get according to what you stack. I think
Right. For
about
those of
player
you that are
kill
wondering,
3 or 2
his-
or something like that.
No, actually. So a player kill, if I'm not mistaken, is 8. And if
Really?
you kill them with your siphon, which is your Q, it's double stacks. So you can get 16 stacks from one kill.
But all of your abilities except for the speed stack.
Correct. As long as you
Okay.
kill with damage from an ability, it is a stack. But if you kill them with your Q, it's double.
Man, I remember I was streaming one day and someone came into the stream. He's like, "Yeah, man, if you dash through them, you stack them." I'm like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, you got trolled, right?
Oh no, I mean, I knew it was a troll. I just started laughing. I'm like, "Bro, really? Like, come on, go try that on someone else."
Now, one thing worth mentioning, couldn't, is the fact that in a game, you always want to prioritize a single item at the end of the day. Like build that one item as fast as possible because you will get a power spike from finishing an item. And it's one of those things that you just want to make sure that you are being as effective as possible, because if you try to build 2 items at the same time, like buy lower tiers of different items, you'll get a little bit of a buff. But that one person that built that one completed item first, he gets a bigger power spike and he'll probably win the fight.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds
why,
good.
for example, like you have your Titan's fist, your fist
Yeah.
of the Titan that you build.
Yeah.
Perfect. Once you go from there, you go into your next item, go from there, etc. Typically in this game, boots are the usual second item to build. If you build boots any later than your second item, you're typically falling behind because that movement speed is huge. Going up against somebody that has movement speed when you don't is massive.
You know, a lot of people call me Couldn't because my name is so long, but I usually go by Wanted, which I guess they never get to.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. I just called you couldn't. Like what I do is I literally grab the first word I
Yep.
can find in
That's what
any
everybody
name,
does.
bro.
I called you one.
And I'm like, bet.
You call me what?
I think I called you one.
Oh, good. You're close.
I look in the chat. I would say proto off the bat.
Yeah.
I would say like me no. I took time to say the no. I was just gonna say hey me
He goes by mean
He would have
sometimes
been
too.
fine.
Yeah.
or like Tokami. You're Tokami, bro. I'm not even saying
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. You know you want to say it.
No,
Say
bro.
it.
But now you see, you're level 4. As soon as you're level 5, you can do normal PvP matches and
You
just
guys can
play with the
carry
rest
me?
of the world.
Yep,
Basically.
sounds good.
You're down for
So
one more, you'll
Hey.
get that daily challenge done.
I actually have to head out. I will talk to you mañana, everyone.
Yeah,
I got work.
much love, homie.
Nice to meet you.
It was
nice
nice to meet you too. It was good playing a little bot game and trying to help you out with the understanding on the game.
I appreciate
If
it.
you ever need anybody else to play with, or just kind of want to shoot the shit and find out what to do with certain characters, certain heroes, just feel
Yeah.
free to let me know, and I'll come in and help you the best I can.
Cool, cool.